Called to order the City Council meeting for the City of East Grand Forks for Tuesday, September 20th. It's now 5 o'clock. Would City Clerk please call roll?
Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council President Mark Olstead.
Here.
Council Vice President Tim Riepel.
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Dale Helms.
Here.
Tim Johnson.
Here.
Mark Demers.
Present.
Brian Larson.
Here.
As a term quorum, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Open forum, an opportunity for a public to address City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff, boards, and commissions for research in future council's agenda if appropriate. I see no one's up here. Approval of minutes for the August 23rd work session and September 6th council meeting.
Move.
Moved by Johnson.
Second.
Second by Larson. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Helms.
Yes. Motion is carried. Scheduled bid lettings, none. Scheduled public hearings, there is none. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Anyone want 3 through 5 pulled at this time? If not, entertain a motion of 3 through 5, please.
Move 3 through 5.
Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Acknowledge of receipt of reports of officers of boards and commissions. Regular meeting minutes of Water, Light, Power, and Building Commission for August 17th, 2022. Communication, there was none. Old business, there was none. We'll move on to new business. Number 7, consider adopting resolution number 22-09-62, approving the plans and specification, ordering advertisements for the 2022 City Project number 6 for the pedestrian improvement at Bigland Road and 13th Street Southeast. Is there a motion?
Move.
By Riepel.
Second.
Second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 8, consider awarding the asphalt overlay project at the intersection of 6th Street Northwest and Central Avenue to OP Construction for a total of $26,800.
Move.
Moved by Helms.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion is carried. 9 through 11, just remember there is an A and a B. A is for the assessment, special assessment. B is not. So just when you make your motion, that's what you indicate, what you want to do. It was in your packet. So number 9, consider adopting resolution number 22-09-63, ordering the report of feasibility for proposal number 1, improvements to 5th Avenue Northeast for 20th Street Northeast to 15th Street Northeast. Is there a motion?
Move option A.
Option A, motion by Mr. Riepel. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Larson. Is there discussion? Any discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Riepel.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
No.
Helms.
No.
Motion is carried. Number 10, consider adopting resolution number 22-09-64, ordering the report of feasibility for proposals 2 for the improvements to 5th Avenue Northeast from Highway 2 to 10th Street Northeast. Is there a motion for A or B? I make a motion for option B. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Helms. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
No.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 11, consider adopting resolution 22-09-65, ordering the report of feasibility for proposal 3 for improvements to high priority areas in Demers Avenue from Highway 2 to 4th Street Northwest. Option A or B? I'll make a motion, option B. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Riepel. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Olsted,
Yes.
Demers,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Vetter,
No.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 12, consider adopting resolution number 22-09-66, approving the preliminary 22 tax levy collectible in 2023 for a total of $7,140,084 to set the public budget meeting for December 6, 2022 at 6 o'clock with a continuous hearing if necessary for December 20th, 2022. Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Riepel,
Second.
second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Olsted,
Yes.
Demers,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Vetter,
No.
Helms.
No.
Carried. Number of claims. Number 13, consider authorizing for the city administrator clerk treasurer to issue payment of recommended bills and payroll. Mr. Helms moved.
Second.
Mr. Larson second. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Riepel,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Olsted,
Yes.
Demers,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Vetter,
Yes.
Helms.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Mayor Gander.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple things. First of all, we haven't met since in full session since Mayor Staus passed away, former Mayor Staus. Just want to say thank you to everybody who was involved in acknowledging his passing, participating in the service. I know we had some officers over there as an honor guard on site, and that felt good. Had a very nice processional through town with our police officers, and I know members of the council were there and city staff were there. It means a lot to the family to have that support. And so just keep the Staus family in our prayers as they continue to grieve the loss of their dad, husband, grandpa, and just keep them in your thoughts and prayers. That would be a good thing. And second, finally, thanks again to everybody involved in the gathering at the Civic Center last week. It was very well attended. All of our departments were there. Had some people from the community there also with food vendors and the whole thing. That's an event that keeps growing every year. I was very pleased with the number of parents and kids, and although the number of kids that dunked me, that was not optimal. But aside from that, it was pretty cool. And again, I think it's a good, positive connection that we have with our community. So much of what happens in our city with our departments, people don't really know what are our departments, what do we do. So to have our machinery out there and our people and the friendly interaction, I think it's really a good connection to our community. Thanks.
Better.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Helms.
Yeah, I just want to apologize for last week not being here. I was going to be on Zoom, but we run into some construction and we didn't get to the hotel in time, and I missed a lot of things last week. I was gone, but that's my excuse for not showing up last week. Thanks.
Riepel.
My condolences go to Mr. Galstead and his family on the passing of his father.
Thank you. Johnson.
Nothing after that, thank you.
Mr. Demers.
Nothing today.
Mr. Larson.
Nothing to add, thank you.
Mr. Murphy.
Just two things real quick. Mr. Mayor, I think there was one kid that started off there. We were going to have a very good baseball program here in a few years. The kid was about 10 years old, and he nailed that target all three times, all three chances he had.
That's just wrong, isn't it?
When I was up there. So
That's just wrong.
I was impressed. So, and the other thing I will say is that I just wanted to give an update with the cart path out there at the golf course. So we'll give them the go-ahead. They will get that fixed. We don't know what our portion of the cost will be yet until we get the report back from FEMA. Once we do that, get that, and we know what that cost will be, I'll bring that back for approval of that known cost. So that's all I have.
Mr. Galston.
I just want to thank Mr. Riepel and the community. My father passed away on Friday, so the funeral's on Saturday. I won't be around, on Thursday, so Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be out of the office. I also just wanted to acknowledge the Staus family. None of the Galsteds were there. It was because we were at the hospital with my dad on Friday, and normally we would have been in attendance for that funeral. So thank you.
Mr. Emery.
I have nothing tonight.
Mr. Stordahl.
Just a quick communication, kind of a heads up. Nothing we have to do, but they're going to be putting some new air conditioning units on the top of Cabela's, probably around the week of October 17th. So if you see that road blocked off, they're going to block it off just for, they think, just one day. But that's all I have, just a heads up.
Bedlin.
I just wanted to touch base on the city showcase that we had last week. As the mayor said, it was very well attended, I think, without question, the highest attendance we've had so far. I want to definitely thank both the mayor and Mr. Murphy for their participation with the dunk tank. That went over really well. I think that's the most people we've had participate in that event as well. We wound up with $195 in cash donations, and we're going to take everything over tomorrow. I'm guessing it's about 100 pounds worth of food as well, and that'll all be going to the East Grand Forks Food Shelf. So definitely thank you to those gentlemen for their assistance, as well as the other folks that helped us out with that project. We, as the organizing group within the city employees, want to thank all the other organizations that participated, and certainly the businesses, the local restaurants that participated as well. That just helped make the event even better. We're trying to get out in front of next year's event a little bit better, rather than it always seems to be, geez, we're getting towards the end of the summer, we better get this thing going. We're trying to probably try to start planning a little bit better. So we've actually already we met this morning, we've set the date for next year's event. We're going to start trying to do the Wednesday after Labor Day every year. So next year it's going to be September 6th. So if you want to throw that out on your calendar a year in advance, that's what we'll be shooting for next year. So thank you very much.
Is there anything else from the department heads? Entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Johnson.
Second.
Second by Riepel. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Means adjourned.
We know that one's going to get.
I didn't say a word.